Perfect.
Let's get started. Let's get started. Am I on the why AJ cannot get in here? I'm gonna still work with him now. See what we can do. All right, y'all. Welcome, family. I super appreciate all y'all being here to gather and take some information today from myself and Nia. And what my whole take on what this whole human optimization thing is. It is nutrition for health, performance, and body transformation. And that comes, I believe getting this cycle in your system and living your lifestyle this way will make it better. You guys might be pretty good in a certain amount of certain areas of your life already, but this is my spiel coming from being a nutritional scientist, a personal trainer, strength and conditioning coach, etc. There's a quote that I like from Paracelsus: "The art of healing comes from nature, not the physician." So let's dig deeper into that right there. That would be my spiel for today. Just me thinking about stuff like that. In my background, all this stuff comes from evidence. It comes from trial with myself, the things I put my body through, the things that I put my clients through. Um, I do plenty of peer-reviewed research work. I'm deep into the writings, I'm deep into the books. I'm seeing how to do it, I'm seeing how not to do it, I'm seeing why not, what fits here, what works there. And I understand all of us are super diverse. I mean, we come from everywhere. So I'm going to quickly explain a couple of factors when it comes to us getting our nutrition in. One would be our body type, fitness level and body composition, dietary preference and exclusions, budget, whether you like organic or conventional, nutrition knowledge and diet history, ethnic background and heritage, and chronological age will all play a key factor in your life when you're figuring out nutrition. Also, the food source cycle, which consists of where was it grown, how was it grown, who picked it for you, how did it get to you, what steps did it take, was it frozen, what steps did it take, how far did it travel to you, what factors ensure you can get the most of that fruit or vegetable or food. Do we think in our minds that the food of today humans can eat in 100 years, maybe even 500? We want to think about the longevity and stability of our foods. And we can even take a real quick dive into um, like blue zones, areas of the world where people tend to live a lot longer. 100 and 105, could be a norm. So, especially my people, I wrote down a couple of spots. So I've looked into traditional diets of the indigenous people throughout the world, like the Arctic Inuit and the African Maasai people. They eat diets that are high in fats and animal products with very few vegetables. They're doing fine where they're at. The Kitavans of the South Pacific, the Hadza of the East Africa, and many other groups of the Amazon basin eat diets in low fat but high vegetables and starchy carbohydrates. They're doing fine where they're at. And yet there's the Kong of Africa that eat traditional diets that are made up mostly of nuts and seeds. They're doing fine where they're at. A few things that comes with good whole nutrition. Good nutrition asks people to care about the food that they're eating. So like when you get into having good food put in your system, you start to adapt to it. You start to feel better. And you start to get way more conscious about what you're really putting in your body. What am I really consuming? What am I really doing with this food, with this vegetable, with this meat, with this nut, with this grain? Two, good nutrition focuses on food quality. That's just an extension. Like you're used to putting in good, high quality foods because a lot of us, we tend to say the good stuff is expensive and the bad stuff is cheap. It's probably because it's real and you always want to pay your worth, right? We always want to get our worth in. When we buy a car, you know, we don't want to get price gouged out of our car. We don't want to get price gouged out of our business. Don't let yourself be price gouged, you know what I mean, out of your food and your human fuel sources. Good nutrition helps eliminate nutrient deficiency. We wouldn't need modern medicine. We wouldn't need the doctor in the way we use the doctor. We need the doctor to give us our tests so we can then figure where we're going to go next with how we feel, with where we're from. Good nutrition helps control appetite and food intake. If you're into, you know, high sugar foods, it's really, you know, messing up your brain, and it wants you to, you know, keep getting it, keep getting it, keep getting it, you know, keep bringing me on in. Let me get in your system. Let me cause malfunctions in there. And good nutrition promotes regular exercise. When you put good fuel in your system, your body's going to be ready to go. You're going to be ready to go. You're going to feel, as soon as I eat something good, I'm like, bro, I'm about to go exercise. Like, I'm about to go do this, and I'm about to go do that. Like, what's up, y'all? We just gonna get on mute. I'm gonna just finish this spiel. And I say a lot of words. I go through a lot of words on the internet and stuff like that. So like, I speak of the gut microbiome, the bacteria, and the lining of the gut. We're gonna be speaking a lot about macronutrients and micronutrients. Oh, you made it, my boy. There we go. You made it, my boy. Missed a little bit of it, but you made it in. That's what's up. So again, I'll be talking about the gut microbiome, macronutrients, micronutrients, phytochemicals, and zoochemicals. We're going to dig way deeper into those in a moment. But real quick, guys, I want to give Nia the floor, because we just spoke about, real quick, we went over good nutrition and what it's going to do for us and how to outline it for ourselves. Nia has plenty of game on growing her food. So when we go back to those sources, where was it grown? My own backyard. How was it grown? My own process. Who picked it for you? Me. How did it get to you? I grabbed it and brought it inside. What steps did it take? The steps I brought it through, from taking it out the ground. What's good, my boy? What factors ensure that you can get the most of this fruit and vegetable? You legit grew it. It comes from all of your time. It comes from all of your love. It comes from all of your energy. And could you still see humans eating this fruit, vegetable, whatever type of food for 100 years? It's probably super sustainable because you're making it, and that's the food you're going to be able to pass down to your children and etc. So with that being said, let me let Nia take a couple minutes, chop it up, and tell y'all about whole nutrition and that process right there.
All right. Hey, what's going on, guys? Real quick, I want to throw it back to Spence real quick for creating this platform for us. So many of us, guys, the masses, we're simply focused on what the media is telling us, and it's nothing positive. So to be able to have a platform like this where we can all get together, learn from one another, and actually be able to duplicate within other people, whether it's our family members, friends, people that we care about, to share this information is very important, and it's very easy to do. Now, I didn't always grow my own food. I recently started when it came down to this pandemic. Okay, I have a credit franchise. I have a construction company. I help people do different flipping of their houses, organizing, different things like that. And all those things are good and dandy. But one thing that we always allow ourselves to do is let people have certain controls over the most important things in life. And one of the things that I understood, being that we're in this time that we're in right now, is that when you allow people to control you from the inside out, there's no way for you to regain control of yourself. And that's the ultimate goal with what's going on in the world. We are coming into a mindset where we're like, hey, we can't trust anyone else to take care of us how we want to be taken care of. So we have to start being able to dictate and have control over what we first put into our bodies. And then we can move on to cleaning up our minds from all the toxins that they've been allowing us to put inside of us and telling us that it's okay. you know. So one of the biggest things that I started doing was focusing on foods that, one, are easy to grow, whether you live in an apartment, whether you live in a house, whether you live just anywhere where you may feel restricted. If you live with a lot of family, maybe you're not being taken care of to where it's one of those things where you have to fend for yourself. Grow your own food. Some of the basic things that you want to focus on growing in your own personal garden: peppers, potatoes, tomatoes, lettuces. Don't worry too much about the fruit, because those are things that can be supplemented to a certain extent, whether it's just drinking water. And a lot of what vegetables have, fruits will have as well. But what fruits have, vegetables do not. Okay, so you guys want to maximize what you're able to eat from home as much as possible. And that's what I've done. I've cut down my grocery shopping 80%. 80%. I used to spend about $300 a month on groceries. I maybe go to the grocery store now and spend $25. Simply because I've been able to replace everything that I used to go for in the stores and replace it in nutrition-filled foods that I can grow right here in my own backyard. So when Spence talks about being able to understand where, how, who, and the conditions in which, and how far your food had to travel, that all is going to depend on whether or not it's nutrient filled. When you understand that microbiomes and bacteria and different things like that that live within our food, they have a certain lifespan. So when your food has to come all the way from Ireland, it has to come from Japan, it has to come from halfway around the world, by the time you get it, those microbiomes, those things that need to go into your stomach to clean out your gut, to clean out, guys, what's the first thing you do when you're cleaning your house? You find an agent that is capable of cleaning certain bacteria and you bring it into your house. Clorox, all these things. But guess what? The same food that you use to clean inside your body, you can use to clean your house. So when you see organic products coming out like OxyClean, orange peel, different things that you can spray down your counters with, these are all natural outside resources. So not only are you now saving on nutrition, you're saving on your health, what you're ingesting into your body, because now you're spraying your counters down with natural resources. So that also goes into the lines of being able to take control of what goes into your body. Your nasal passages, that's another way to take control of what goes into your body. So when I break down these things that I want you to grow from home, it keeps these things in mind. The only fruit I recommend you growing from home is lemon, oranges, and if you want to, avocado and mango. That's if you have a house, because those are trees that are going to grow very tall, very big. You don't want to grow them if you're living in an apartment. Yes, lemon, orange, avocado, and mango. Definitely those 4 things you want to grow from home. Lemon, antioxidants. When you go back to the gut, you ingest that lemon, the acidity level in the lemon is going to counteract with your stomach. And guess which one's going to win? The lemon is going to win.
And you guys, we're going to go over what oxidative stress is. When she's talking about antioxidants, it's to counteract oxidative stress.
Definitely,
we'll learn
guys.
it.
Yeah, very good. One thing you guys got to remember, we are alkaline creatures, and right now we're living in an acidic body because of what we've been putting in. Now, in order to reverse that process, that's why I focus on these main things for you guys to grow from home, okay? Lemon, oranges, garlic, ginger if you have it. These are little easy things that you guys can do from home, and you can buy it straight from the store. Buy it straight from the store. Buy yourself a little 6x6 pot. Take that ginger root, stick it right there in that dirt. It's right there in that dirt. Within the next 2 weeks, you'll see it start to multiply. And when you guys understand how easy it is to grow your own food, like literally, your food sits there and multiplies itself simply because you're putting it into an environment where it has microbiomes that are feeding it, certain bacteria that are taking away the negatives of it. The sun now is giving it more energy for it to feed the bacteria, for it to do its job, create the carbon that your body needs. All these things coincide, but they don't tell you these things.
Just real quick, so that we get our phrases, like the microbiome is the genetic content of the microorganisms that inhibit the GI tract, the gastrointestinal tract.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The gastrointestinal tract, that's the organ system that takes food, breaks down nutrients, and expels waste.
Yes, definitely. Thank you for that, Spence. So for anyone who didn't know, that's the first thing you guys want to think about. The one thing that our people are dying from. Stop getting into specifics. Stop trying to put a fancy name on things, guys. Literally, inflammation. One word, one issue, one disease. That's the only thing we're dying of. The moment you understand that when your cells start to go against themselves because of the nutrients that you're putting in, it's creating inflammation within your body. So the moment you start to reverse that process of cell degeneration and you fix all of your cells, that inflammation can now go away. And now your blood, clean blood, can circulate anywhere within your body. Go ahead, Spence.
And Nia, when we're talking about inflammation, we're all going to get together and learn what inflammation is, because there is a pro-inflammatory marker in the body. There's pro-inflammation, and then there's chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation will kill you. So say, when we talk about oxidative stress and we talk about inflammation, like when we're exercising, we're causing inflammation in the muscles in the form of lactic acid.
Yep, but that's a positive form. That's a positive form of inflammation.
Yeah, that's that's sending you through oxidative stress, and you know what I mean, it's a pro-inflammatory response. But if we can't rid our body of that response, even when we get sick, we get a fever because our immune system is activated, and we just feel it. Your immune system is your little army. So imagine if you the army, you the country, you the organelle, the being. So the virus comes inside, surprise, surprise, motherfucker. And then so here come your immune system. They upstrap and they've been lifting weights. You know what I mean? They've been living good. You've been feeding them good. But then you suppress them with like, oh yeah, take something, or suppress my headache and get rid of my cough and water. That's legit the body fighting for itself. And now you pushing all of them away. If you were the United States of America, here comes China. Oh, motherfucker, here goes some more fucking this COVID stuff. And then America's like, oh, yeah, we're going to fight this. But the president calls and says, oh, no, everybody sit back. We're going to have to let the UK handle this. That's what we're doing to our body.
Yep.
Legit, all the way. We calling in for recruits. We calling in for other countries to come in and fight all our battles. How will our soldiers even get stronger if they've never been to battle?
Exactly. And guys, it's very easy to correlate nutrition to health when we see what's going on in the world today. America has been very neglectful with taking care of its own issues. And guess what? We've been recruiting sources from the outside, and now we're blowing up from the inside. All that bad stuff that they've been putting in that they thought they could have handled, guess what? It's blowing up in their face now. They called in the slaves and said, come work for us. And it's blowing up in their face now to the point where the people don't want to work no more. We tired. And that's the same thing with your immune system. The last thing you want to do is put yourself in a position to where you've ingested all these things that are not made for your body. Okay. And then you're popping Advil, ibuprofen, all these things that are still not made for your body and don't understand the structure in which you're trying to build. And now they're coming in and breaking you down even more. And now you have no defense mechanism at all because you're being broken down from the inside out. Okay. So when you understand that concept, guys, we are dirt. We came from the dirt. You need to eat from the dirt because the dirt is the closest thing to your insides. When we talk about minerals, there are 102 minerals in this world. You have to find nutrient-filled, mineral-filled food that is going to replenish that within your body because guess what? The ground is the only place that can give you exactly what you need.
We like to call it nutrient dense.
So quick question.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? I have, the doctor told me that I have arthritis in my knees. What is it best for me to be able to take in order to, help that?
Brody.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even got full range of motion in my knees no more. So I'm trying to figure out what's the.
I'm with you on that because I'm in the same boat.
Okay, so both y'all been having High inflammation in the knees.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, bet. So where they would prescribe, okay, Zoom just extended our call. All right, bet. I guess I think they love us. All right, when we come from arthritis, every single time we hear the word itis, it's a form of inflammation. If we do more stretch and let more flow get through the back of our hamstrings and up our calves and around the knee, promote more flow, warm it up. And man, I don't even have none. It's like these cups that I use. Cause you guys know cupping.
Yeah.
You seen it get
I
done
don't.
by?
I ain't gonna lie. I don't.
All right, cupping, bro, is done by like massage therapists where they put a cup of pressure. I mean, it attracts a lot of blood flow to a certain area. So you want to promote more blood flow to that area because the itis could be on a cellular level. Your knee is like in an argument with itself all the time, and it's hyperinflamed, and everything near it is bigger than what's supposed to be in your body. Imagine, bro. Remember I put out the bones inside the fat man?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, in one section, I wish I had two things to fuck this. All our life, I mean, our knee is meant to move right here just a little bit with the ACL, MCL. So when everything is inflamed in here and tight right here, it's in an area it's never been in its life. So you want to promote blood flow. Like this is the upper back of the leg called the hamstring. You want to promote blood flow here. Like if you get like a foam roller or a lacrosse ball, a tennis ball, find a way to promote some blood flow in that area, right? That's what we want to get first. And then we want to have times of motion, even when you want to help it through those range of motion. If I got to grab, if I can't get right here and it's locked out, it's real inflamed, I have to go slowly with heat, let myself be heat exposed, let some blood flow get up in there, and then cool it down. But you don't cool it down for at least 2 hours. And that's what I'm talking about. Cold exposure, ice packs. Because what happens when we sprain our ankle? AJ, I know you hooped before, sprain one of them bad boys, and you just tie your shoe up real tight, try to get to it. Oh, the next thing is an ice pack. It's like the same thing, bro. It's like we know that to do with our ankle. We can do it with any spot, any response. Promote blood flow there. Keep working the range of motion. Last year, I had a real bad AC tear from jiu-jitsu. Like my clavicle and my shoulder is still separated. Like it always moves like this. I mean, it's not supposed to, but every time I stretch it, it gets wide open and then it closes. It's still separated. But by me promoting blood flow, because bro, I used to couldn't go from right here. I was stuck. Then I got right here and I got real weak. Then I got right here. My arm would fall. Why she keep going in and out? My arm will fall. I'm like, damn, like in my mind, I'm like, bro, I really messed up. Like I really messed up this time. Like I done did something to myself that I almost don't think I can come back from. But I came back in 8 months. It took a minute now. This stuff could take a minute, especially when we already got arthritis and limited range of motion. It can take a while, but those practices, put those hot, cold practices, put those contrast practices to work around it. Myofascial release, like I say, tennis ball, lacrosse ball, foam roller if you can. Even with yourself, bro, you know what I mean? Sometimes getting in the muscle and practicing more range of motion. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to do your own work. You don't got your own massage therapist, and my elbow is locked up right here. Bro, it might take me some time, but I want to get my releases. Like, it might hurt. I can't do it.
So having somebody massage that area is great for it too then.
Plus, of course, that's what's going to promote that blood flow. Remember, we want that blood flow?
Because I be using like
it's hyperinflamed. The muscles big, the cartilage, everything is big around it. So the blood flow is not there. And I can't even I gotta do my work, bro. I gotta get my massages in, and then I gotta know when to get my cold therapy in.
Because I be sitting there and I be using heat, and then like I'll use like an ice massage. Like I get like a foam cup, I'll freeze the ice in it, and then I'll break pieces off, and then I just kind of massage it in, like, you know what I'm saying, with the ice.
But how far apart you doing that?
It'll be like 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off.
bro, hit it with the heat and the attempt to stretch first. Hit it with the heat and the range of motion first, and then let it go natural for about an hour next time, and then soothe it and cool it down. Let it get some flow for a while, because let's think, it's not used to flow, right? So if I'm tightened up, it's not used to the flow. It's not used to the flow and can't get there. Then I warm it up, and now I got that flow. I'm feeling okay. 20 minutes? You mean to tell me 20 minutes? I put the ice back on there. That's gonna cool down blood flow. That's gonna slow it right back down, because you are trying to get your inflammation off, but let it go natural for an hour. You know what I mean? After the heat, expose it. So expose it to the heat, expose it to massage. You know what I mean? Give it 20 minutes on, see what you can get, and let it be natural. Let it flow for like an hour. And then, you know what I mean, if you feel like, okay, it's puffy or something, then throw that ice on there.
I'm gonna throw this in too. You guys got to remember that 20 on, 20 off rule. Who told you that? Your coaches did. Your trainers did. Athletes, and a lot of times we've taken that and we've brought it to the mainstream of how we move. But when they tell you to, heat up that muscle real quick and cool it down, they're getting you in the mindset of being ready to get back in the game real quick.
Yeah, that's a speed fix, bro. Like when that's a speed fix.
Makes sense. I appreciate y'all.
And then AJ, bro, it's another thing we talk about inflammation, bro. Damn near the diet, because if you invite more inflammation in, it's gonna get to your highly inflammatory spots, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like my diet has been trash. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's okay though.
Trash.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we here getting started, and you're gonna learn a gang of more shit on Monday.
And I'm gonna teach you guys how to counteract that too. A lot of times people think, oh, if I eat junk food, then I'm just totally messing up. Counteract it. If you know you're gonna have junk food that day, if you know you're gonna have a piece of chocolate or some pizza or whatever, make sure you prepare yourself. Like me, if I know today I'm having pizza. No doubt, I already know I got it on pre-order. I'm about to go pick it up, right? So this morning I made sure I fasted a little bit. I had a whole lot of water. I had some lemon, garlic, and ginger. I had a shot of that, because guess what? That heat with a little bit of cayenne pepper, that heat is gonna go ahead and help you sweat a little bit, lose some calories. Go ahead and make space. Rid your body of some toxins if you know you're about to replace it with more toxins. A lot of times people, they just fill themselves up with junk and they don't realize, like, guys, if you're full of junk, all you're gonna be able to do in life is give a junk effort towards whatever you're doing. But if you know, hey, I like this kind of food, you can always moderate how you eat it. If I know I'm having a pizza today, I know that's the only bad meal I'm having. So all of that bad is within that one meal. So when I go back out there and I tell my body, hey, okay, we're about to take this in, I prepare it for it. If I know it's a highly acidic thing, I'm gonna make sure that my stomach is coated with water. I'm gonna make sure it's coated with garlic, because those things, as soon as I eat that pizza, it's gonna counteract that acidity and I'm gonna go straight to the restroom after that. You wanna know how to regulate yourself when you're about to eat something bad? Counteract it a little bit, and then realize that all it's gonna do, by heightening your fiber intake, it'll be easier for you to go ahead and release that same food that you just ingested, to where your body's not absorbing it as fat. It's not absorbing it as something that is gonna inflame you in 2 to 3 hours when you got that itis. Okay, you guys got to understand time and space too when it comes to your food. I eat one meal a day. One meal a day, and within that food, I'm full of the nutrients and everything else. If I decide that I want to go against that, I counteract it with something that is even more acidic, that is going to take away that focus onto my body and allow me to release it just as fast as I took it in.
See, I think that's one of my problems. Like I'll be so busy working and doing stuff that I'll go all day and then I'll eat at like 10, 11 o'clock at night right before I go to sleep. Like I think that's a big issue. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to be as transparent as possible on here with y'all, because I wanna get all the answers that I need.
That's why I was glad you pulled up, bro. So I'm like AJ, he gonna come with the questions.
Yeah, and that's the best way to be when it comes to your nutrition, because it's the most realistic way to set a real plan to help you maintain or at least fix whatever problems you have. I've dealt with a lot of females who hit me up, dang, Kima, I want to go work out with you. Okay, show up. And that's the whole thing. Same thing with your nutrition. A lot of people are not showing up. The offer is there on the table. Show up. you know what you need to do. Like AJ, just to use you as an example, you know you have inflammation in your knees. Do more squats, do more stretching, do more massages, strengthen that muscle up to where now the muscle is not being held by the bones. The bones are being held by the muscles. Okay, a lot of us, when we think about the inflammation, it's that bone and that joint rubbing against each other, not able to move because they're already a little too inflamed. So you have that friction happening. But when your muscle is able to lighten the load and spread things out because now it's holding your stature, that movement is going to feel a little bit easier. So when you go to stretch and you go to, massage it out like Spence was talking about, it has a more open, it has a little bit more space to go ahead and get that done. So it's all about balance. You can't lift weights and not stretch. You can't eat right and not work out. All these things have to come into play. And if you don't have that level playing field, it's going to be hard. So being that you're a person who eats at 11 o'clock at night, set yourself up to have that meal at 11 o'clock at night. And that's perfectly okay, because at least at that time, you're not rushing to your fridge and just grabbing whatever. You know it's going to be something of substance. Say, hey, I know 11 o'clock is my time to eat. I'm going to make sure that it has lots of salad in it, lots of tomatoes in it, lots of lemon. You can do that because now that you're going to sleep, that lemon, that lettuce, all those positive things that you're putting into your body right before you go to sleep, tomorrow morning is going to have a positive effect on your body. You're not going to wake up feeling a stomach ache. You're going to wake up ready to go take a shit. And that's the best possible outcome, because you've taken the night while your body's resting for that nutrition to do that work. Because our body's never sleeping. We're in a REM state, but our body's like, that's the time where it's like, yo, while this bitch is laying down, we're going to go ahead and do all this work. And that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to put the proper nutrients into your body, and it's going to say, okay, while he's down, let's do all this work. And in the morning when you wake up, you'll have a positive effect, and you continue to cycle.
Hey, let's get on nutrient density real quick, y'all. Because that's a high point of Nia's, is how, y'all, let's imagine several different plates real quick. A plate of kale, plate of lentils, a plate of cookies, a plate of salmon, a plate of berries, a plate of saltine crackers. Now, per plate, ask yourself how many calories are in each plate and how many nutrients are in each plate. If we're looking at and talking about higher density foods and lower density foods, higher nutrient density foods, bright or deeply colored vegetables, bright or deeply colored fruits, some beans, meats, eggs, whole grains. Lower density foods, potato chips, soda and fruit juice, hot dogs, deli meats, refined grains, flours, and pastries. When we're talking about what we're putting in our body, and it's the human fuel, and I like to bring up the human vehicle and mechanical vehicle. We know that when we put the 87, the bottom one, in there, it's going to run different. And you might have to get the 87 5 times a week.
That unleaded fuel, bro.
Right? Or when you getting that premium, when you getting that all the way, you can grab the same amount of gallons of that and run longer. And you see that in the mechanical vehicle. So now if you are putting in bright, healthy fruits, vegetables, beans, meats, legumes, whatever your kick is, bro, you can legit eat 1 time a day like y'all do and be nutrient filled.
Yep.
Not full of calories and empty nutrients and sugars, but now you got real fuel in your body that's driving your body to go exercise, be stronger, be faster, be better. You're feeding your mind the proper fats. You're watching your EPA, you're watching your DHA, you're looking at your omega-3s and omega-6s. So when we're talking about how dense it is, how good it is, it came from the earth. We've already walked it outside from our own garden, or a farmer we trust, a place we trust, but we know what to look for when we looking to get our nutrients in. I can shovel down we can probably all shovel down, 1,000 calories in chips because who can eat just one, right? Instead of, if we had a potato and chopped it up into as many chips as we try to eat, we're going to be full quick. That's that stick to your ribs food. That's that really fill you up and never let you down food. To where you can eat one sitting of it, get all your macros, your micros, your minerals. You can get everything in with consistent water flow. You'll be just fine on an OMAD diet, 1 meal a day diet. So AJ, bro, if it do take you all day, I mean, in this course, bro, we'll have a section called the power of when. It's like when is it good for you to sleep? When is it good for you to eat? When is it good for you to have sex? When is it good for you to make your product? When is it good for you? You'll get to figure out your own clock, and that clock is called the circadian rhythm. We'll be going over that, a whole bunch in this too. How nutrients react over time when you're asleep. How hard is it? Because in actuality, digestion slows down as serotonin goes down and melatonin comes up when you go to sleep. So you eat late, Brody, at 11, and you fall asleep at 12. Your digestive tract actually went to sleep. Your human body, yeah, you can swallow it and get it down, but your digestive system is trying to shut down, calm you down, relax you, and ease you into sleep. So it tends sometimes your food will fight you. Like I tell my woman all the time, like when I was trying to gain my muscle, I'll eat late, and right before I go to bed, I'll be like, damn, I'm gonna be bigger in the morning. I'm gonna be heavier in the morning, like straight up, and I can get on the scale. I got a bio scale where I get all my feedback, and I'll be legit a pound up in the morning because it's still with me. The digestive tract hasn't even pulled it apart for its nutrients and sent it anywhere and wants to go to sleep. If you weren't the human and you were the digestive tract, at a certain time, you react to hormones. You react to the uptake of melatonin and the downtake of serotonin, and you're trying to relax, and then your human body puts some food in your head. You're like, bro, I'm not breaking that down when I'm gonna sleep. I'm not breaking that down, bro. I'm gonna hold it for you, bet. And then what does the human body do? Things with a GI tract, things that can digest food. Animals can do it, humans, but we're talking about us. When we put that food in our system, whether it be, let me see, we're talking about density. Like AJ, bro, what do you tend to eat at that time, real quick? 11 p.m. at night, what are you really taking down, bro?
I rice, chicken, like I'm doing all type of stuff.
Okay. So okay, you got Alicia. See right there. Okay, you do have your nutrients up. Okay, but in that same time, if we would have took down the low density foods, a gang of potato chips, pizza, Hot Pockets right before we go to sleep, your body's gonna say, I don't know what to do with these, how to metabolize them, and shove them in your fat stores.
Luckily, like I like eat, but even when I eat like that, I wake up in the morning and immediately go to the bathroom. This is every morning, like immediately, like no matter what I eat at night, like I immediately wake up and go to the bathroom, like.
Your digestive system calm down, then it get back up. Oh, you had put something in here last night. Let me get this out of here in the morning, and let me restart my job. Let me start my job.
But
just
see,
like
one key thing we're missing with that is, even if your body goes to sleep and your digestive system is going to shut down on you, the thing is, your body's still going to absorb all the negative factors that it probably wouldn't have if you were awake at the time of digestion. So the fact that you're waking up and still going to the bathroom, that's fine. But the bad thing is your body probably absorbed all the fat. It probably already absorbed, all these negative nutrients that the digestive tract would have taken care of had you been awake during that time. So that's the only thing. So being that it's rice and beans, that'll take you to the bathroom in the morning, but your body already absorbed that starch from the rice. The beans will get you flowing with the fiber to where you can use the restroom. So that's why I tell people, just be conscious. Instead of the rice, keep eating the beans, but throw in some healthy fats like avocados. You throw that in with the beans, a little onion, garlic, Now, all that acidity is going to go ahead and keep those fatty acids right there in your stomach. That way, when you wake up the next morning, it's going to be a part of that waste that gets released.
So how do
So
we
it's not
feel?
bad.
How do we feel about dairy?
I don't mess with dairy at all, because dairy is a very big part of that phlegm and mucus that gets created within our lungs, which is one of the biggest issues that we're having with COVID-19 is with our lungs. So I encourage a lot of people to just stay away from dairy right now, unless you are really supplementing yourself with that lemon, garlic, ginger on a daily basis, to where you can kind of counteract the effects of it. But that mucus in our lungs, it gets frozen up with the COVID-19, and it freezes your lungs to where now when you're trying to breathe, it's like concrete. It's rock solid, and you can't get it out, to where now you just stop breathing. So that's the reason why it's mostly our people who are dying from this, because our level of dairy intake and meat intake is very high. So that mucus level that's in our chest is very high, and it's very easy for it to freeze up on us, for us to be able go ahead and become victims.
So what do you substituting that dairy for?
Dairy has no nutritional value for a human whatsoever. Period.
Nah, milk doesn't. Dairy does, but milk doesn't.
Right.
Well,
so
I drink
almond liquid milk. Meat. It has all the same. It has the same nutrient factors. If you look at it, because like a cow creates most of dairy things. It has the same nutrients. You get the
nutritional
same
value.
Yeah. I mean, you need some things out of it, but if it's too high, if it's way too in excess, how can you survive it? Because if it is liquid meat, and there are people that do need carnosine, taurine, and more things that do come from only animal products, like when we talk about the difference between, because there's phytochemicals and zoochemicals. Phytochemicals are only found in plants. Zoochemicals are only found in animal products. Mm-hmm. So if you're just got so much excess of zoochemicals, like, bro, that's the itis all over. When you got a bacon cheeseburger doubled up with a dairy shake, and come on, man, how does it sound? You know what I mean? But
alternate them.
So I think when it comes to dairy and animal products, you should maybe run your life on an 80-20. Because like I say, there are very cool key nutrients that come with zoo chemicals when they interact with the human body and the gut microbiome. So it's not throwing it all the way out. But if you do, like if you go vegan, you know what I mean, then you would just supplement creatine, carnitine, taurine, and more. Like when I made the video on the transfer from omnivore to vegan, it's just being safe about what you might be missing, like key things like iron and magnesium.
Right. Yeah.
But of course, you don't want to go over excess with none of it. Like, bro, if you're taking it too far, like you had that burger and shake and fries just so you can go eat hot wings. Now look at the inflammation. Look at the inflammation. And it's honest. It's true. It's true that meat. Come on, man. All that dairy uptake, it's gonna just clog and just like, come on, man. We got to know what we're doing. If we want to enjoy some of them things that do, invite some more inflammation, we want to make sure our plants were already, our fructose, our glucose, our everything came in smooth. We feeling good. We feeling enough already. Then we're gonna intake that and then go work it off. I mean, work that stuff off. Get that blood flow, get that water flow, get that lymph flow through your body so it doesn't get stuck nowhere.
Okay. And to coincide, just to answer your question real quick, AJ, to supplement the dairy, I would just pay attention to what kind of dairy I'm buying. So if you're gonna go and buy cheese, definitely make sure that the makers of the cheese are a company that you can research real quick and figure out. Like, I stick with Kraft. Kraft singles are pretty much the main cheeses, or if it's like shredded, natural, brick cut cheeses, those are more natural and less processed than something like
shredded.
Yeah, shredded and different things like that. So keep it organic. Make sure if you're the one shredding it, then you have more of a chance of knowing that the nutritional value is better. And just keep it as natural as you can. Like, stay away from the Kraft singles. Anything that's packaged individually, they probably process that more. And I actually did the
get the cheese off the block
test with the cheese, and there is a difference. The block cheese that you buy, it'll melt down very easily. You'll see it drip off, when you take a lighter to it. That Kraft Singles, bro, that thing turns black and turns into a ball. That's too processed. It's not real. Don't mess with it. Your body's going to take a long time to process that. So that's another thing. Feel free to test your food. When you're buying anything that you know should be able to melt, take a lighter to that bitch. See if it actually melts.
Hey,
and that's how you know if it's
I
better.
appreciate that.
Hey, for sure, bro. Because for sure, one experiment me and my brother did, just on a fluke experiment, dig this shit, bro. We had some Burger King back in the day. One of the fries, it fell out the bag. And then it fell like on this part of this little desk. We never cleaned it up. So like a week went by. I'm like, bro, that fry looks exactly the same from last week. Like, this shit is crazy. So we put it in another area. We just put it, somewhere else because we knew we was going to experiment on it. Bro, I swear, I got to ask him. I think 8-9 months went by. It never changed.
Yep.
What did that tell you about what you put in your body?
See, but luckily, I don't really be eating no fast food like that. Like, I just, like, you know what I'm saying? I just eat some of the same things.
Processed foods, though, bro, it's just too processed. Like, bro, what even is it? It ain't gonna die. It has no life cycle.
It's plastic.
No live die cycle, bro. What is it made of? You know what I mean? So
I feel you.
Processed foods and how Nia says your body doesn't know how to handle it. It doesn't know how to metabolize it. It doesn't know where to put it. It's like, what even is this in my system? Like if you getting in paperwork and you usually looking at paperwork about cars, and all of a sudden somebody send in the paperwork about aliens, you're like, man, what the fuck is this? What do I even do with this sheet of paper? Like I'm the processor, but I don't know. They talking a whole different language on this certain sheet of paper. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
And the thing is, your digestive system trusts you to a certain extent to know what to put in there. So even if it sees something that's out of whack, it's gonna be like, all right, then maybe I should just put it over here. And now you have to deal with the health consequences of what it did with that certain product. And a lot of people, that's where they can't pinpoint what happens to their bodies because they're so used to throwing stuff in there. When they throw something that's out of the norm, it's like, all right, well, what exactly did it come from? And that's why I'm okay with eating the same things every day because I know I'm eating for nutrition, not for taste, not for anything else. And when it's natural, it does have taste. So you learn how to, manage your taste buds to where they can accommodate the taste. So now I have a different taste for things. Like I can't eat meat anymore. After maybe 30 seconds of taking it in, I'm sweating. I'm ready to go to the hospital. Stomach ache, I'm in a ball. I can't do it. But for you yourself, you'll be able to feel it. Like the moment I have something out of whack, my body's like, red flag, get it out of here. I throw up. And those are the type of reactions that you're going to start to get. That moment you got that stomach ache and you're like, whatever. And then you gave yourself more. You told your body to get used to it. So
that's how you write your human manual. Everything she said is how I ate something. Oh my God, I'm sweating bullets. Mark that down in your journal. The last time I had that I had such and such. I felt crazy. But I had, you feel me? I had grew this, and this. I took it down. Oh man, I'm feeling delightful. Okay, this is the one that's giving me the energy. This is what's putting me here. This is where we get to talking about making that human manual, human dashboard. What works for you? What doesn't work for you? What gives your energy up? What puts your energy down? What gives you the itis? And over here in the comments, Ariel said, "What about oat milks, almonds, and other nut milks?" That'll be great if you want to take milk out of your life. You go the natural way. You go the tree way. You go from oats. You go from almonds. You go from nuts.
I also highly recommend if you're gonna go towards those natural oats, buy walnuts from the grocery store. That way you double up your value. You can take those walnuts, put it in some water, let it simmer down to where it's all soaked up, mash it up, add some more water, put it in a blender. Now you got yourself walnut milk. Guys, and now you can actually have the actual Walmart walnuts that you can use, spread it over your salad, and still have walnuts to eat. I just saved myself probably over walnuts are like $4.99 for a little freaking. I just doubled my value because now I created half of that in milk, half of that in walnuts. I'm having salads, I'm having all natural everything, and it's all from home. Like I'm from a third world country. We make shit work. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna take a few extra minutes to take that extra step to guarantee the nutritional value of our food because it means that much to us. You know, so
but that's what happens in the U.S. That's how people make money. They capitalize off your laziness.
yes,
That's really all it is.
On point with
and your body's need for their product. Once they sell it to you once, like I say, how many of us can eat just one of anything? It might be somebody's box of cereal. It might be
and based off that laziness. Yeah, based off that laziness, you're gonna take it. You're gonna feel like crap, and you're gonna be like, "Well, it didn't taste so bad," even though my stomach feels bad. You're gonna be like, "Well, it didn't taste so bad. Yeah, I'd buy it again." And then you buy it again, and now your body composition has changed to conform that food. So instead of you allowing the food to enhance your body, now your body's being deteriorated and changed and compound to fit what that food needs you to do. So that's where we're kind of reversing. That's where, like AJ said, our laziness has become a capitalistic issue for a lot of things. And, you know, we're trying to reverse it now with creating our own foods. I've seen farmers over the last 2 months throw away 150 million pounds of natural foods. They don't want you healthy. So until you grow your own, it's going to become one of those things where the grocery stores, and I told this in your last live, Spence, where we were talking about you have one mango in a grocery store and 10 other mangoes that look the exact same. A real tree that bears fruit is going to create different types of fruit within that one tree. No mango is going to look the same off one tree. So the fact that you're in the grocery stores and you're seeing mangoes lined up that all look alike, those aren't real mangoes. They're not real mangoes. I literally planted a few mangoes a couple days ago. I went back to check on them. This mango seed literally chopped into my hand and granulated to the floor.
What is that?
They are making fake seeds, generating fake fruit, and trying to tell you that it has the same nutritional value as the one that God made.
And give you a nutrient blueprints on the back of that motherfucker. And you can't even go regrow a new one.
They're lying. Come on, man. It has none.
Let's watch it. Let's watch it on there. Watch your produce now. And do it yourself.
Y'all on point with it. Y'all on point with it.
Hey, because look, and then we all Derek students. So let's talk about when we go, you know what I mean, and talk about AI. Mm-hmm. I talked about something the other day. Okay, this artificial intelligence. How close are we to artificial food all the way? How close are we to a 3D printed hamburger? How close are we from somebody just oozing out a thing that creates something? Because there's always, Nia, you know, rations. You get me? Like, if somebody could create something, just add water. Okay. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you got something like rations, if you got just add water fix, just heat up fix, like, bro, what is it really? What is it really? What is it made out of for real?
It's a chia pet, yo.
There you go. Like, and then we've been so driven. And my boy AJ, we had a talk, you feel me, the other week about conditioning. How our minds are, you know, breakfast is good, and then you know, cereal and woody whoop and this, not knowing how bad that sugar and carbohydrates is in the morning, in like things like pancakes and waffles and bagels and croissants. That's not what you want to put in your body first. You want to put protein and fat first. Protein and fat going in first, or even like when I put in the ginger and my Irish moss and bladderwrack. I even got 19 Keys Gold Water over there. I got brain octane oil. Because I want to feed my brain first. The brain is one hell of a battery. So I want to get in and get
So tell me, what is it? What is it? What do y'all feel like is best? I'm taking notes right now. So what do y'all feel is best to intake in the morning? Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm definitely pancake waffle type of, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, slow that down, bro, because they didn't teach you how. Bro, breakfast is when you break your fast for the day. Breakfast. Somebody made it. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna just call it breakfast. Like, they're legit telling you. And you about your language too, AJ. You know, you feel me? Like, breakfast, and I mean, we gotta watch these. We gotta watch this spelling and this cursive. But so they telling you, oh yeah, this is good, this is good, this is good, but not telling you how much fat is in there, how much how much protein is in it, and then you need your fiber. So you're definitely gonna need your fiber in the morning, because putting in the waffles and the pancakes and the bagels in first, bro, is gonna clog you up first, and then it's gonna block the rest of the nutrients from getting in because it gets digested slower. So when you can get something that's fast, quick digesting, you just boom, you knock it in. I drink a 16 ounce of water. Then I put my brain octane oil, take a splash of the gold water, then bring in some creatine and some bladder wrack and Irish moss. I put that in my body first. Or if I got the ginger, I mean, if I'm feeling a certain type of way, maybe I did cut up. Maybe I did cut up on my diet. Because don't get me wrong, brother. I can look however I look. I put my nutrition a certain way, because trust me, bro, I'll go to Five Guys quick and get that same double stack I just told you not to go get. But I'm going 10x back on my nutrients, you know what I mean, and get myself right, get myself strong, get myself energetic before I even think about putting that in, before I even think about putting the bread in. I'll go have sausages and just eggs first. If that's my type of party, I'll go have sausage and egg first, just so I can get the fat and protein alone. Let it digest quick. And then, you know what I mean, at the tail end of my meal, take down a little pancake or something.
So are y'all using this garlic and ginger and everything in y'all water, or how are y'all implementing this into y'all like everyday routine?
A protein shake, bro.
Protein shake.
That's just me, or just a regular drink. Water,
shot,
ginger, everything would just go into a shaker bottle.
Davita made a good point. Tea form is a great form, guys. I know a lot of people can't take the potency of it. Put it in your juice. Like me, orange juice, if you take a little bit of water, maybe 2 ounces, throw a little ginger in there, throw a little garlic, a little turmeric, blend it up real quick, throw it into your juice. Nice. Or just take it as a shot, down it with some water on the back end.
Yep.
But it's very simple. The thing is, it's so potent that it'll literally clear out your body, clear out your mind. And then when you go in to put in whatever you're trying to put in afterwards, it won't have as bad of an effect. You're counteracting. You got to keep that in mind. It's okay to counteract.
So the best ones is garlic, lime, lemons,
turmeric, and ginger.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you want to throw the mix in there, cayenne pepper definitely will heat up your body.
That's a banger.
When you're talking about that inflammation that you have going on in your knees, hook it up with that cayenne pepper. Keep that heat flowing. Keep that heat flowing inside of your body. And you'll see it and feel the difference.
Yeah, knock that down first. What she just said, because mine was lime, cayenne pepper, ginger, and apple cider vinegar. Bro, that kicked off the hydrochloric acid in my stomach every morning. I took in like some protein and pre-workout back in the day, bro. Bro, I could go, bro. Like I could conquer the whole day.
I tried that apple cider vinegar, and I ain't gonna lie, that shit is that shit tough on the stomach.
Yeah, it is tough, bro. Like, hey, not everything.
But you have to understand why.
That was just one of mine. You feel me? But she just gave you find your human manual, bro. Find out which shot in the morning got AJ like, bro, hold up, bro. I'm about to go ship all these products. I'm about to go make these products. I'm about to go campaign. I'm about to go have this talk. I'm about to go. You know what I mean?
And to go in with that, to go in with the what you were just talking about, definitely accommodate it to your body. Like one of the biggest things I don't like, that apple cider vinegar, it does hit you. But the good thing about it is when you feel that stomach pain, it's because there's something in there that is trying to remove. So don't think of it as a negative effect. A lot of times we have this idea like there's a reason why. I have a friend of mine, worst eater, like chips, sodas, pizzas every day. Like that's just how she lives. And the moment I give her something healthy, she don't feel good.
Yep.
So it's just the mindset.
You're the ultimate adapter.
Yeah, she's her mindset has been adapted to tell her that, hey, if it doesn't feel like this, if it doesn't make you this, then it's not good. So what you want to do is, being that your stomach is telling you that, maybe just add a little bit of water to that apple cider vinegar because it does have great benefits. I don't want you to stop completely. Add a little water to it so it'll soothe, and that way you won't feel that pain as intense in your stomach, and you can work through whatever's going on in that area that it's trying to break down. That just means that you have some waste there that needs to get out, and it's having a little difficulty detaching from the walls of your intestines, from the walls of your stomach, and that apple cider vinegar is trying to break it down to pull it out. So just add a little water to it.
That's it pulling.
You got it.
Letting it flow through your body, letting it get, you know what I mean, letting it flow, because it's gonna hit the hydrochloric acid in your stomach. We are humans now, so once them two come into contact, you know what I mean, it's a Mentos Coke bottle type mission, but not that dramatic. It's getting there, it's getting ready. So the next thing that you put in, if this your gut wall, everything is coming off, and you feel it. You the human, bro. It's like we think about our body, we could bang our elbow. We bang our elbow. Oh, my elbow. So as we take that, you know what I mean, like a little stomach pain, we don't know what it is. We're like, oh man, I don't know if I, gotta use the bathroom. I don't, you know what I mean? So when we do take that shot and we feel that heat going down the esophagus, it starts to, you know what I mean, hits the stomach. It's on its way. It's just sliding down, bringing any sludge with it, and getting ready to detoxify, getting ready to, you know what I'm saying, getting everything really out the back door, and then you're able to absorb a lot more.
Put it this way, that's like a preview for men of how women go through cramps. When you get that stomach pain, like that's a good idea. That's a good relational tool for y'all. That's what it's gonna feel like. It's gonna be pain, but you just gotta get through it because it's for
but I'm glad. I'm definitely glad I'm in this course already. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm learning so much, because I've been meaning to get my gut together.
Yeah. I'm glad you pulled up, bro. Glad you pulled up, bro. That's what I'm saying. And this just, bro, we haven't even started the course, bro. This is just an intro.
It's the intro.
And chop it up. Like, we ain't even get started. We didn't even put our foot on the pedal. We just got in the car. We didn't put our seatbelt on. So, you know what I'm saying? I really appreciate it, bro. I'm glad y'all can come in here, learn something, chop up, give out some good information. Because like I say,
I'm that foundation though. That's that foundation that we've been talking about. Like, I tell so many people, I build houses. You think I'm gonna put a roof up first? Nah, that's just gonna fall down.
Hey,
like,
my boy Andy do too.
Okay, yo, that's what's up.
You're architect.
Yo, you in South Florida, let's work. But nah, that's the whole thing. Foundation first, and it comes down to your belly. Clean that up. That's the foundation. That's the deepest core of your body right now is your belly. So once you clean that up, it's gonna go straight up your spine. That clarity is gonna go straight up your spine. It's gonna clean up your brain, and then from there, we did an intro to it right now. But then Spence is gonna really break it down with the next 9-10 weeks of this class to where it's gonna lead you into the better bank, body, everything else. So this is a great way.
And like, if I go into more depth with y'all in here, when I believe about that, you set up that first pyramid first. These all, the belly, brain, and body all work. They're in sync. And you just use that prime form to, just get more resources. Like I say, if I don't have brain fog, I got my mind right. You know what I mean? My digestive system is supporting my brain, so I can see clear. I can think clear. I'm not lazy. I'm not lethargic. I'm energetic. I can train 30 people that day.
Yep.
Instead of me, you know what I'm saying? If I went down the wrong track, you know what I mean? I went down the wrong track and I'm lazy, and you know what I mean? I'll get back, you know what I mean? Because I'm really a skinny dude. I'm a skinny dude turned buff. They call it an ectomorph. So I can still be bony. I can still be 133 pounds, always having asthma attacks, always having chronic pain, always having joint pain. I could easily go back to that lifestyle, but how would I be as y'all trainer? I would have came in here. Oh, what's up, y'all? We got the course. Nia's farming and shit. We wanted to get our gut or something. I can't even think, bro. I can't even use recall. I can't use my amygdala. I can't use my prefrontal cortex. We'll learn about everything that the brain does and from where and why. We'll never be able to decalcify. We'll never be able to balance out our omega-3s and omega-6s and even bringing in omega-9s. That way, man. We got to get you with more range of motion in that leg so you can practice those good deep squats, get stronger quadriceps, stronger hamstrings. You know what I mean? And that's going to build up your body. Now you shipping every day. Like I said, you doing more talks per day. You traveling, you feeling good. Like that's what when I talk about human optimization, you get those three in top. You turn it into business and bank just because you feel so good just doing what you naturally do. I fucking love what I do, bro. I have people come, you feel me, and they got they sweat running down. They like, damn, like I work with Ashley in real life. You know what I mean? They come up, they break down, they sweat like, damn, that was a good one, man. Do you know how happy that make me feel inside? Like, damn, they got, and you say, damn, I'm glad I'm a part of this course already. You mean to tell me and Nia just getting started, my nigga AJ and came up a bunch of information that's gonna change his life? Come on, man. That's what I love to do. That's what I love to see. That's what I love to hear. And it make me double and triple back, get back into my books, get back into my reading, get back into my research and knowledge, and bring you the best of what's next. I mean, like I always say,
at the end of the day, we all doing the same thing, just in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I respect it and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? For real.
That's what's up, bro.
And, you know, guys, just to back up what Spence was talking about, when you guys are in the best place of your life, you feel it, you know it, there's a certain way that you're going to walk. And that's the whole goal with this course, is to get you in that frame. Because there's so many of us walking around lost. Like, I observe people. I spent 8 years in the military, and I've seen, you know, people's mindsets based off of just the lifestyle that they're living, to where they've just made a ricochet of bad decisions constantly. But the basis of it has always come down to their internal health. Their internal health has always dictated their external decision-making skills. So when you are in a position where you're saying, I want to change my life, when we say step inside, look within yourself, that's not a joke. It's not something that, people just say like it's a cliche. We literally mean check your gut. Go inside, clean up what's in there so that you can have the clear mindset to understand where you're trying to go. So many people, you know, we've been hustling backwards to where, you know, we go buy the house and then try to figure out how to make the money to pay for the house. You know, we go buy all these groceries and then we figure out, all right, I know all these groceries are bad. Let me go get a personal trainer because I know I'm gonna have to work this off. So now what we're teaching you to do within here is to go ahead and look within yourselves. And by the time we get into the business and the banking, you'll know exactly what you want to do. You'll have a clear mindset of what industry you want to tap into, different ideas of how you can go to maintain yourself as a person to execute. And it's not even about having a busy schedule. Everybody has a busy schedule. We all have our own journeys. Like, you know, AJ, he can't even have a meal in until 11 o'clock at night. Some of us are blessed that we can wake up in the morning and, you know, sit down and have breakfast with our families and not have to worry about going to a job. I'm home all day and all I do is hop on people's Zooms and teach what I know. That's my part right now until it's time to go protest. Tomorrow morning, I'll be at 1. Why? But at the end of the day, I know I have myself organized to where I know every movement that I'm making because I feel it. I didn't set a clock to hop in on this class. My body told me it was 4 o'clock and I hopped in. Why? Because I optimized myself to understand, and now I'm in alignment with the solar system. When you understand that us as Black people, we're spiritual beings, and that when we're cleansed from the inside, we align ourselves with the blessings and the abundance of the external. I have not left my house, and I've made $40,000 in the last 2 months. I didn't leave my house. So that's all about me knowing how to move as a person, because I've optimized myself internally to where I'm in alignment with everything God has for me, and I can still be out there on the front lines and do what I need to do. But it all started with me having prepared myself on a physical level, taking all those years of self-defense, group defense, things that I've learned into the military, things that I've learned about nutrition, and put it into myself to where now I'm able to teach everyone else how to protect their homes, how to protect themselves from the inside out. And all these different things have become a ricochet effect to where now financially I'm in abundance because I've learned and taught other people how to duplicate that for themselves. And that's the whole point to this class right here, is to teach you guys how to duplicate what works best for you personally, for you to go out there and turn around and say, hey, based off of me cleaning up myself, I have a clear understanding of who I want to be, what I want to do. Can you guys help me go ahead and step into the better business and the better bank part? And once we get to that level, guys, that's the revolution right there. That's the revolution right there, because we are the only people who haven't been able to govern ourselves. I don't even care if there are white people in this class. You want to take this class because you yourself as a person, guess what? Once you clean out your insides, you'll understand that racism is a problem. White supremacy is a problem. Those people that don't see it, They don't have that internal clarity for them to understand that what is going on in this world right now is wrong. You can't ask someone who's been filled with junk all their life to tell you, hey, look over there. Is that bad? If they've been doing it all their life and they're exposed to it, they can't tell you it's bad, it's good. So, but when they clean up their systems, those two right people who are running with us, they have a clear mental and body. So they're able to see the problems with the systemic issues of this country. But until you clean yourself from the inside out, you as a Black person, you'll never understand that it wasn't meant for you to thrive here. You have to fight for it. So you want to be at your best optimized level, because everything they're giving you, you have to fight for anyways. So if you're already being lazy towards yourself, not wanting to put in the effort to figure yourself out, and I can't be talking to anyone in this course because you guys paid to be here. You guys are getting the information and you're already on your way. But those friends and families that you have that don't understand it at this level, guess what? You're going to have to leave them behind. It's going to get to that point where you're literally going to say, you know what, bro? I tried to bring you with me, but that weight that you got on me is too much. I got to let you go.
Man, do not let nobody drag you down the hill, man, with their baggage. No matter how much you love these people, man, how long they've been a day one. Come on, man. They got to be a 2-day. You know what I mean? They got to be for your energy, man. Don't let nobody come into your life and then down your energy. They can come in and talk about how much they are for you, how much they believe in you, how much they want to help you, and actually never help you. You know what I mean? And take you down an improper path. I mean, like I say, I'm the reason why I became a human optimization, human potential coach is because I hung around personal trainers. And personal trainers, it just seemed like they were just counting sets and reps. It seemed to be really weird. It's like, are you about to really help that person? Do you even care if they pull a muscle? Do you even care if they catch an injury? Like, are you asking about their age? Like, when my clients pull up, I want to know how well y'all slept. I want to know y'all stress levels, because stress can turn into inflammation and turn into depression. Depression and stress are more inflammatory disease, similar to heart disease, Crohn's disease, Alzheimer's disease. Just by you being too stressed, you being so stressed that it's COVID-19, you might catch that motherfucker. You being so stressed, and you got brain fog every day. You can't sleep. You're catching insomnia. You're getting real problems just from the air, just from the news, by what you heard, by what you've seen. It's called the nocebo effect. It's like the placebo effect when they give you a fake pill. But the nocebo effect means they told you something and you drove yourself right into it. When we talk about gluten and gliadin insensitivities, nobody really has it, but they're all capitalizing off you saying it's gluten-free for an extra 50 cents to $1.50. You actually probably don't have any gluten sensitivity. It's really hard to find. We'll get into it. We'll get into it more in the course, like what gluten and gliadin really do to the human body. And once y'all read what because like I say, I'm not even no forcer. Y'all might still be like, bro, shut up the fuck up, Spence. Bro, gluten is the devil. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna tell y'all where I got my information, show you what it say, walk you through it, and see what you think after it.
Let's see.
Don't get no SIBO.
And I base a lot of my decision making, guys, on literally one thing. Who made me? And I know it was a God. Because I understand when I see in my garden, when I see how things are growing literally from a seed as big as the tip of my pinky into a big old tree, I know no man can do that. So why am I going to listen to a man tell me after he's put a whole bunch of fancy names on things that he can heal me? Not at all. The way I see it, God is very simple, and he made a very simple process for us to benefit from nutritionally that does not lack, that has no holes in its system whatsoever. Everything you need out of nutrition will come from anything that grows out of the ground. So when you sit there and you hear all these doctors putting fancy names on things, guys, it's a mind game. There's literally, if you go back and listen to Minister Elijah Muhammad, Farrakhan, all these people who are, I believe, our generation's best leaders when it comes to spreading the message of originality for our people, that they really depict the importance of where we get our information and how simple it really is versus how they make it. You know, when you go to a doctor's office and they're telling you that you have lung cancer, and then they throw in an oncologist and all these different things into it, it's just fancy terms, labels that come with a paycheck attached to them. But when it comes down to the disease itself, it's very easy. When you fill yourself with the nutrients, you reverse the disease. All diseases are reversible. So AJ, that arthritis, it's reversible. You keep taking that shot like you need to on a daily basis, doing your massages. Yeah, it may take a year. That's fine. God never promised us time. So however long it's going to take for something to happen, it'll happen. But it all starts with that level of faith that you have in his system, not the one that man's trying to tell you.
Yeah,
And that's how
I already got somebody on call to get these massages in already. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go. Let's go. The healing process has already started because mentally you're excited about it. So all those positive neurons are firing. Your healing's already with you. And that's the thing we need to start understanding about how we move as humans, is that once we have it in our mind that we're going somewhere, we envision it, we feel it. Like, I already know, you already got them hands working on your back, right? Like, he's like, I know this gonna feel good, like the back of your knee, everything. You feel it happening within yourself. And when it's a mental thing, you're clear enough to where you can envision that, you can make it your reality. And even with nutrition, that's what, yep, foam roller. I got that exact one in neon.
There we go, bro.
Playing.
That bad boy,
I ain't playing.
that bad boy right up against that hamstring and that calf.
Y'all done gave me enough game. I'm here.
Yep, send it in
every day.
Get your flow, man.
Every
Get it right, bro. And then let us know how many weeks it takes to get you back. To you like, damn, bro, why y'all told me? You feel me? That's what's up, bro. I know you're gonna bounce back that way. But like she was just saying, the doctor would have just told you to take these anti-inflammatories.
Exactly.
Like, hey,
that's exactly what they told me.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. We're not no doctors. I gotta do a disclaimer. I've never been a doctor. I'm a nutritional scientist and strength and conditioning coach. So, but that ain't the way.
Nah, that's exactly what they told me. I still got the pill. I still got some pills now.
Hey,
you, bro,
you know what I tell people? Those pills, sell them off, $25 a pop. I bet you'll find somebody to buy them. Just don't take them for yourself.
Man, yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't trying to be racist or nothing, man. Send that motherfucker to a white person, man. Don't be tripping out. Don't be trapping at my Negroes.
But real talk though, when you think about it, they're built for that stuff. That's they're built for that.
Hey, man-made medicine is only 110 years old, man. Come on now. What was your ancestors using, man? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Hey, family. Let me go ahead, man. I'm going to get with the kid, man. I super appreciate everybody that came in. We did a quick hour-and-a-half intro, y'all.
Awesome.
Nia came through, dropped all the bars. AJ came through. He had to put us on Front Street, make us talk. You know what I mean? I got my little truths across. If you guys didn't take notes, you know what I mean? The different factors that can contribute to your nutrition, like body type, fitness level, body composition, dietary preference and exclusion, budget, organic or conventional, nutritional knowledge, diet history, ethnic background and heritage, chronological age. Then we went over the food source, like where was it grown, how was it grown, who picked it for you, how did you get it, what steps did it take, how far did it have to travel, what factors ensure that you can get the most from these fruits or vegetables, and do we think that humans can eat this food? Is it sustainable enough to last for 100 years? I appreciate y'all for coming to this good intro. We get even heavier next Wednesday. Modules will drop on this right here. AJ, I'm gonna put together a anti-inflammatory response talk together for you. You can look deeper in there just in case you want to take some notes from that. Nia have something in there for y'all, and I'll give y'all all these notes from here and more on the gut microbiome and the connection between the vagus nerve and the brain. And we're gonna cut up, man. Like I say, it's 10 weeks.
I appreciate it. And Nia, I think I follow you already. Do I follow you?
What's your IG name?
AJ2 Wavy.
Yep, got you. I follow you.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure. I appreciate y'all.
All right, love, guys.
I appreciate y'all. I'm
gonna end this one. Appreciate y'all, man.
This was a good one, but we get even deeper next Wednesday. Modules will be dropping Monday, right there on y'all course. Hopefully, everybody got their link nice and proper. This is my very first course, and like Derek spoke on it. I built this bad boy in 2 weeks. So anything that I skip and mess up on, just let me know. Spence, this link was acting crazy. Like y'all said, Instagram link was janky. Do the email links. To Mike, you know what I'm saying? If we tap in on numbers, I'll send it to you. I'll send it straight to your phone. However we got to get it, we're going to get in these classes when we want to. And on Fridays, I do offer an exercise class. We can get together, hit some push-ups and calisthenics, work, et cetera, because I kind of, like I say, I come from being a personal trainer in gym, and I taught classes. So if y'all feel like, hey, man, you got some time on a Friday, we can all kind of figure out, see where we at and what we doing, and, you know what I mean, and get some exercise in with each other. You know what I mean? Break a sweat with each other on Fridays if you want to. Module Mondays, What Now Wednesdays, Fantastic Fridays. And that's your boy Spin City spiel for the day. I was fire salute, press Spin and Nia. That's what's up. All right, y'all.
Bless up, y'all. Love.
Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day.